wanna, you have it, you got it. Go your then run it back. Run it back.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this Sports. Ahead, we'll get a look at Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers as they'll square off against Tom Brady and the Super Kickoff now just moments away. It is finally time to crown a champion as I'll hand it over to the two men who will call the action, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you tonight. It's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the defending champion New England Patriots taking on the five-time Super Bowl champs from the NFC, the San Francisco 49ers. Charles Davis. Charles, the Patriots, they did it again. Their 12th Super Bowl appearance ever. That's a record as they seek to go back-to-back, something that hasn't been done in the NFL since Super Bowls 38 and 39 were won by the Patriots.
So you just have to marvel a little bit, don't you? How they get this done. I just wonder at some level, do we take them for granted? Their excellence. You just kind of count on it, right? They're going to win the AFC East. They're going to have the home field advantage through the playoffs. They're going to get to the Super Bowl. None of that is easily done, yet every year we're talking about the Patriots possibly, getting it done and adding to their record books.
They're trying to the Dallas Cowboys in the 90s and
these Patriots in the early 2000s.
Meanwhile, the 49ers are back in the Super Bowl for the 7th time in franchise history. One of the more successful title, which would tie them with the Patriots and Steelers for most ever.
I like how you stated that they're one of the more successful franchises in Super Bowl history because at one point they were 5-0 in Super Bowls. Joe Montana with wins in Super Bowl 16, 19, 23. Get the monkey off my back as he won big in Super Bowl 29. But they lost their last time out against the Ravens in Super Bowl 47. They're looking for a little bit of that. Can we get right again? Well, in this game.
And they're hoping that the lights stay on in the stadium the entire game this go-around. The first Super Bowl. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Tom. He owns nearly every Super Bowl record for quarterbacks already. The first with 6 Super Bowl rings, the first with 4 Super Bowl MVP trophies, and now he goes for victory. Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel, first-round pick in 2008. One to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's White. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Younger.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On play action, now Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. And now we take a peek at the Patriot offense.
Sony Michel was taken near the end of the first round in the 2018 draft, but boy, did he earn his keep in that season with New England. Really came on in the playoffs, scored the only touchdown in the Super Bowl win over the Rams. Expect bigger and better from Sony Michel moving forward.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The defense stiffens to force 4th down.
I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs, but the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground.
On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Back deep, Trent Taylor. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Jimmy Garoppolo leading the 49ers into this Super Bowl. It was October of 2017 that the 49ers traded for the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, and now here he is, just 2 short years later, trying to join Joe Montana in title. This is Coleman, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now it's foul yardage. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver. First down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 49-yard line.
That last catch good for 8 yards. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards.
And he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain
to a pretty nice little gain. They go play action here on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
defense.
Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the result.
Throwing now is Brady. Going deep here for Edelman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what'll happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Brady gives to Michel. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Defensive starters for San Francisco.
D Ford, a lightning-quick edge rusher, has made his way from Kansas City to San Francisco, and no one happier than interior defensive lineman DeForest Buckner. That should free him up for more one-on-ones inside. Let's get rid of the ball a whole lot quicker.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Come on.
From the gun, it's Brady. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. How many times have we seen that? Third down, and Tom Brady turning to old reliable Julian Edelman. Of course, no Rob Gronkowski now. Edelman, the main holdover, the 33-year-old who was a Super Bowl MVP last season. Here's Brady. He hits White, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the pick up there as the drive will continue. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, team. Let's go.
Now Brady. That's caught. It's Thomas. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
And any game is big. In this one, it's massive.
Now Stephen Gostkowski on for. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. 5 plays there on that drive. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Back onto the field. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. This is Jerick McKinnon, who missed the entire 2018 campaign. Kyle Van Noy, the Pats' leading tackler in their Super Bowl run, in on the stop. Run for no gain. Here's 2nd and 10.
You can't block me.
To throw is Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Patriot defense.
Certain guys gather universal respect with their play in the league, and Dante Hightower is one of those players. Off the edge, and the guy that they call Boom Tower is always a threat when someone is carrying.
Out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be in. Contact, popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but yeah,
he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence. Team and some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had the now is the 27-year-old rookie, Mitch Wisnowski, to punt. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Ready to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work.
Touchdown. I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now.
Haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
The throw over the middle, taken in. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Shotgun now for Brady. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. First time that they called his number.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Brady now already at 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now a play fake. Brady. Look.
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40. Brady. And Philip Dorsett hauls it in. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
Excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Already over 150 yards through the air in the opening quarter. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Complete to Watson, the tight end. This carry with the extra effort. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys. The first tackle, luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, they'll a yard.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Let's go.
3rd and 2. Caught by the tight end, Watson. And he's in. Touchdown. Touchdown. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. They score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling me on 4th down, unless there's a disaster on 3rd, go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And if they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Gostkowski for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. 49ers offense coming back out here, CD, and Week 11, that game against Arizona we mentioned earlier where Jimmy G played so well. A lot of people thought that that was a trap game.
Look out for the trap.
Yeah, but they really, although it was close, they overcame that because a lot of people were thinking they're going to be looking ahead to that Week 12 game against the Packers, but they found a way to get the W.
They certainly did, and a lot of people said, hey, they lost their perfect season against Seattle. That was a physical, mentally exhaustive type of game. But they found a way to win, and that's what good teams do, even if they don't play their best. Now, they get Green Bay coming to town for a Sunday nighter. They can get their focus back on what they've been doing all year long.
Could be a possible playoff preview. It doesn't get any easier from there as they will go to Baltimore and also on the road to New Orleans after that game against Green Bay. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Patriots taking the field again here offensively, as we discussed earlier, Charles. They continue to find a way to grind out victories, even if Tom Brady hasn't been extremely pleased with the offense. But 9-1 after the win at Philly. And with that 9th win, they cement a 19th consecutive winning season, only one behind the all-time record set by Dallas from the mid-'60s until the mid-'80s.
Their consistency in a league that's built to make teams 8-8 as a general rule is just off the charts amazing. Year after year, rosters change, people change. Well, Tom Brady doesn't change. And this team plays awfully well. And this year, the story has been their defense.
Well, they're going to be tested, by the way, the next 3 weeks. Home for the Cowboys, then at Houston, and back home for Kansas City. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Shadow!
On the ground, Michelle. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I know he ain't got it. 72.
Brady gives this to White.
Let's go.
Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White, 58 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
The point after try for Gostkowski. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
And what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Garoppolo leaves for McKinnon on the draw. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 21-0 our score after 1. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Brady deferring to White on the draw. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Brady. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw, it's Brady. And he'll get that to Michelle, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On first down, Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. All right, CD, let's look ahead to Week 12. The week before Thanksgiving, hard to believe some big games. It started Thursday night, Colts-Texans to decide who would go ahead in that division, but also Seahawks-Eagles, a game that you're going to be doing. That's a big one.
It's a monster one, and if you look at the Eagles' record, you would think they absolutely have to have it. But in the NFC East, even a loss doesn't eliminate them. If they win, they could be neck and neck with Dallas. With Seattle, they're trying to keep pace and stay right on the heels of San Francisco in the NFC West. How about Dallas at New England? That's a big-time game. The Cowboys trying to maintain their lead in the NFC East. New England just 1 loss. And Green Bay at San Francisco. That game got flexed to Sunday night and deserved to be. That could be one of the better ones we'll see this year.
Yeah, that's a trio of games that is very, very strong this weekend. Brady now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they run with Michelle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And they're not able to hook up there, incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And able to find Dorsett. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Brady. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Operating from the gun, Brady. As a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point try for Gostkowski. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. Garoppolo, of course, a second-round pick in 2014 by these New England Patriots. Started only 2 games for them during his time there, both wins back in 2016. There was a lot of debate. Should they have kept him as insurance for Tom Brady? Well, Tom and the Patriots, they haven't really needed that insurance to this point, but both parties seemingly happy with the trade they made. Now Garoppolo trying to stay healthy and prove his long-term value for San Fran. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
The Niners on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go. 180! Here we go, here we go. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Let's go, defense.
On first down, Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. And with that, folks, I want to remind you to join the NFL Salute to Service. This season, the NFL and its players are honoring those who proudly serve our country, and fans are encouraged to join NFL players in writing letters to service members and their families. To learn how you can send your letter today, visit NFL.com/salute. Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. On third down, here's Coleman. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And I don't think Edelman will be able to get to this one. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
The spotlight now focuses on the quarterback, and that's Tom Brady. And it's been a good game for him to this point, Charles. They're winning on the scoreboard. They got to be feeling pretty good.
And it's always fun for them when they're not just winning on the scoreboard, but they're contributing in a big way. You see him throwing touchdown passes, watching this video here. It's got to be a fun time for him and a relaxed time because nothing is pressing.
Relaxed, cool, calm, collective, all those things describing him right now.
Hey, check it.
On play action, it's Brady. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go, D. Watch the ass. Hey, call 66.
Brady now going to leave it with Michelle on the draw. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Second and 2.
Me and you all day, all day.
Go Bandit!
Now Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
But maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. New England on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Brady. That's caught by his tight end, Matt LaCosse. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run out of the gun with Michelle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Fred Warner coming off a strong rookie year in on the stop for the Niners.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, watch your leg. Hey, 66.
On 2nd down, it's White, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Hey, that's 53. Stop your whining. Check it.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside what one of my college coaches used to call the briar patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people after the catch.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
New England on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle, and he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Now Michelle. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. It's complete. James White. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So now on fourth down, on comes Stephen Gostkowski to try and get the Pats 3. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Edelman set to return. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Patriots take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. Give him 32 on the play. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Well, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
Wait, set. 180. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. 65. Regular.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And caught by Thomas for a New England touchdown. The fourth touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady as his guys continue to pour it on.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Gostkowski for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a pickup of 3 on the play, but with it, time has run out on the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The halftime show, quite a spectacle, but it's back to football for the second half of Super Bowl 53. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
From the 44, Garoppolo, man open, it's Goodwin. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 1st down, San Francisco, the pickup, 14 yards.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Come on, D! Stay hot! Stay hot! I've got you. I've got you.
He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Niners, they eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
That touchdown was for all the fantasy people out there. May not change the final outcome, but some points were scored, and maybe some of the people at home are really excited to get those.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
56 to Mike. Hey, Alabama.
On the ground is Michelle. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. Brady going to throw. He's got Lacoste as tight end.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Right there, 54 Mike. Watch the slant. 128. Gatto.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second down, Michelle. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
Less than a yard.
Wait, that's 29. Alpha. 56. On deck, punt. 3D.
And it's Michelle once again. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Gostkowski's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. With that incompletion, I want to get your MVP thoughts. Lamar Jackson, he seems to be the leader right now, is he not?
I would agree with that, and his team is the hottest team in the league right now.
And then you've got, well, let's think of the others. Dak Prescott, Russell Wilson, Who else? Christian McCaffrey?
I would say Christian McCaffrey, although it's hard for a running back to win it. Don't forget Michael Thomas with the Saints continued to have big numbers even while Drew Brees was out. But also, if Patrick Mahomes gets hot and the Chiefs run off a string, he's a defending NFL MVP.
But think about this. If Lamar Jackson does win the MVP, he'll be the first 22-year-old to do it since Jim Brown. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
25 yards that time. Well, we know Dorsett can make those plays with that top-end speed. You think back to the Combine 5 years ago when he ran a 4.33. And now in his 3rd season in New England after 2 in Indianapolis, but only 290 yards last year. Patriots want to utilize him more. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Michel. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming for you, son.
From the 44, Brady caught by the tight end Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. They go play action here on 1st down. That's out to his running back, Michel. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On 2nd down now, Michel, and this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check.
They run the draw play. This is Wright, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Wait, 20. Right there, 54 Mike. Come on, baby, come on, let's go.
Throwing on second down. Brady complete to Watson, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's caught. It's Thomas. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football, he's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day.
Alabama, 380, 54. Exit, switch.
From the gun, Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Toward the pylon, caught. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? And they will run it with Michelle. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. First down San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season, really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University University of Washington. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing, but he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now, making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! Here we go, here we go. Man!
They go draw play to McKinnon. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Well, partner, let's look league-wide for a second and think playoffs here. I'm going to give you some teams, and you tell me if they still have a chance at the AFC wild card or are they just waiting till next year. How about Cleveland at 4-6?
They're actually getting hot right now, but I still don't see them getting there and being in the playoffs.
Okay, same division. Steelers, they're 5-5 right now.
Yeah, I think the loss to Cleveland finished off that run.
Also 5-5, the Titans.
They actually have a chance if they stick to what they do best, and that's run the football. They'll have to chase down Indianapolis and Houston in their own division.
Okay, lastly, I'm going to ask the question because they've talked about it. How about the 3-7 Jets?
Who's they and why?
Not you and I.
Okay, I was about to say, why? No.
But he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Wait, set, wide, 80! Check, Mike 54, Mike 54. You go, 9-9. Hey, hut! Wide, hut!
From midfield, here's Brady. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
A good pickup there, 22. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
We got this.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Wait, set, wait, 80! Mike's 56. Now watch one. Switch. Wait for the end.
Got a man open, that's Harry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Brady. There's a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Gostkowski the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Hey, check.
To throw is Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 yards, first down Niners.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here we go.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Garoppolo again. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here we go.
Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo. He finds Taylor. Complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
They get just 2 out of it there, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 17, Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Last year's NFL leader in field goal percentage, Robbie Gould, on for the Niners field goal. From the left hand. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Well, that field goal block pretty much sums up the day for them, doesn't it?
Boy, it really does. What's the word we often use? Symptomatic. It's just been a sign of how this one's gone.
Give a lot of credit to the guys who got in and blocked the kick. They've had the advantage all game. They continue to press it.
Another drive getting ready to start here for Demaryius Thomas. A chance here on this drive to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark for
Throw him
him.
the ball. Throw him the ball. Forget analysis, all right? Let's just root a little bit here. Get him the football and get past that 200-yard mark.
Boy, you want that. You seem excited.
I know, and it's really weird because normally I want guys to intercept the ball.
Right,
all right? I want them to knock it down. In this case, he's been fun to watch.
The former DB rooting for the wide receivers. The way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, 70 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
The point after try for Gostkowski. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. From the gun, it's Brady. He gets it to Thomas. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Wait, 20! Right there, 54 Mike. Come, please.
First down, here's White. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Wait, set. 180. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait, hit.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. And that's incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Now Brady. It's complete. James White. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So out comes the field goal team once more. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Gostkowski's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here we go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here we go.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Completes it to Coleman. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Pettis hauling this in from Garoppolo. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. All right, so the call stands. Tough now. They're out of challenges. Do you like the amount of challenges they have in the NFL?
I do, because I think it brings a little extra strategy into the game about a head coach trying to determine when is the right time to pull the challenge flag, or maybe I let that one pass because I might need it later on in a bigger situation.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Again, it's Michel, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Wait, 10. Wait, 20. 56 is the mic. Danny. Wait, 28.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. His huge night, it just continues as he's now north of 200 yards receiving. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run on first down. Michelle, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Hey, let's get that ball. Hit. Check it, reload.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
Hey, Alabama.
Brady gives to Michelle. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Throw left side caught by Goodwin. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And it's caught. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Check.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Now Gold for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Check 56. I got one. Wait, 28.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll keep it on the ground. Michel, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Nick Bosa on the stop. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Wait, set. Green 80. He's sick as the mic. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
And it's another Super Bowl title for the New England Patriots.
49ers 14.
And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.